Hello out there, YouTube fans. This is Creepy Doll Man out there with a new segment. A new segment meaning only on this doll exclusive, since it's the first time I have now released a video, updated video, that I'm glad to say is shorter than the rest because the other ones are too long. The month here now is May, which is the 5th month, and the date is actually 16, the year 2017. Time is at 1:19 because the clock is off and it's AM in the morning. So I'm here recording a new segment on this doll only. To bring a quick, fast ordeal, we'll try to speed it up better than we did last time. So I'll let you know where the doll came from and what the doll's name is. I got her from a friend of ours, a friend of the family we knew for many years. We knew her mother, her brothers, and sadly say one of her sisters. The only surviving members of the family, her sister, her brother, and her daughter. Because sadly say her name was Sissy. And sadly say she passed away this year, January the 13th at 2017. The time she passed away was 2 a.m. in the morning. She had complications due to pneumonia that killed her. She died of heart failure. She also had other health problems down the road too. She had hepatitis C that flared up on her pretty badly. But it wasn't the hepatitis C that killed her. It was the heart failure due to the complications due to having pneumonia. And sad to say, I kind of broke down after she passed away. But the topic for real is on this doll here that she brought me. Now, in the past, Sissy was good at bringing a lot of stuff to everybody. She did junking and other things too, odd jobs, and she worked to get stuff like this from other people, and they usually give it to her. This one, sad to say, she came in a trash bag. I didn't know her name at first, and there was no certificate, nor did she have any clothes on. Now, these clothes are maybe not well to fit the doll, but I decided to put this dress on her because it was the only one I could find. Another thing is I gave her a name. I named her after a young woman who had a crush on me for the longest time. The longest crush ever. 3 years and 6 months she had a crush on me. And she used to throw herself at me, try to make a play for me, and I'm not getting into details of that on the rest of the stuff. But I named her after her. She was named after her middle name. Cheyenne. So that's where this doll has got that name from. Now Cheyenne was one I had picked because I decided to name her after a young woman who had a crush on me the longest. So I won out by giving the name Cheyenne to this doll. And other strange things has been going on with this doll since I got her. I noticed facial expression changes. She gets this real concerned look on her face when I was sick, like a frown on her face. Other things she had wrong with her, when I took a walk like 30 minutes or an hour, walk around the block and then come back for 30 minutes or an hour later, I noticed that she had this big old grin on her face when I came back home. And that kind of concerned me that there was something going on with this doll to begin with. But other things have been going on with her as well. I noticed before she was inactive. The first 2 weeks when I got her, she wasn't active. I got her June the 2nd, I think, early 2016. 2 weeks later, I noticed something wrong. Mainly with me, being around her too much, getting close to her. I noticed an energy drain, which shouldn't happen. I was so tired and drained all the time being around this doll close to her. And it only happened 3 times in a row, 3 days in a row. After that, I hadn't felt that no more from this doll. I guess she might have been draining my energy. I noticed something going on with the doll. As you can see now, you can see something going on with the doll's cheeks. And you can see they're lightened up, and that's a very wild phenomenon that's happening, or some type of supernatural force here at work in it. But other than that, other things has been happening with this doll too. Some good things and some bad things. Let's say the good things first. I know that several times her foot moved. And it was the one on this side, on the left-hand side, which is her right foot. If you face her face towards you, it would be this side of her foot, which is on the right-hand side, down to the left-hand side of when you look at her. It usually was up, and the other foot usually was back in that position. This one was up, about a hair up, moved up, and I know there's something wrong with the foot. Other things wrong with the foot is sometimes you can look at her heel and you can see somehow she is bending her foot up on herself, and I don't see why that is happening. When I first got these shoes to put on the doll, which she didn't have at first, I found them off another doll and put them on there, and then something is happening. The foot, usually I find the heel in the front part of the heel, the shoe always curve up for some reason. And that's a weird phenomenon going on with that. Other things that I found wrong with the doll, that the arm had moved back, about this far back where my finger is. And then usually I find it up here. Most of the time she's been moving it back, I guess, and forth. Due to movement at night on the desk, you can hear in this room when it's dark, because it's nearly pitch black. The only light you will see will be from that clock there on that alarm clock. Everything else, when you turn the light off in here, is a pitch black. And now as you can see, there's a phenomenon, like I said, her face is actually lighting up. This is not no cheap animatronic doll. This is actually 100% real porcelain. And that is a strange phenomenon going on with the doll. I also do the supernatural and paranormal here. I've been recording stuff and picking up weird ordeal on the audio. Looks like, orb spirits and other things too. I've been getting some other weird ordeal on it. I have one of the dolls a smile on the video, and the other ones, which is like I said. But this one, is she haunted or is she possessed, meaning a demonic? I don't know. I won't judge her. You be the judge. But the Warners said it best, and Lorraine Warner, that these things are for real. And if they do exist, then God and the devil does exist as well. So this is Creepy Doll Man saying to all you guys, please subscribe, check out my videos, and let me know if you give me a thumbs up. This is Creepy Doll Man saying goodbye and God bless.